Hello, coffee lover. Once again, this is Peter, and today I am reviewing Vermont Coffee Company's Dark, a big, bold blend with notes of dark caramel and spice. Now, as usual, when I'm at home, I've brewed this in my AeroPress, 200 milliliters of water, plus or minus 25 grams of coffee ground in a medium grind in my fellow Opus. And today I'm drinking this since I'm very familiar with this coffee. I've been drinking it now for, wow, like 16 years on and off. Not continuously. I haven't been sucking down this same coffee for 16 years. Wow, that would be bad. Anyway, I'm very familiar with this coffee though, because it's one of the roasts that I used when I had a coffee shop back in Vermont, back in like 2010. So, it's still good. It's really tasty. It is, it's a dark roast, but it doesn't taste like smoke. It's really smooth. It goes down so easily. It's not excessively bitter, and it's also not citrusy. It's not sour. None of those, what I consider nasty notes. Really nice, really smooth. If it wasn't so hot, I could just pound this or just chug it down, right? So this is their dark roast. They say, what do they say? They don't say a ton about it on it. They talk a little more about their friend philosophy, yada, yada, yada. It's roasted with 100% renewable energy. That's very Vermont right there. What do they say? Brew it strong. Grind close to brew time. Filter water to remove chlorine. Try different amounts of ground coffee. We use at least 2 tablespoons per 6-ounce cup. Now, of course, I'm brewing in milliliters and grams, so that's, you got to do math and conversions and stuff there. Store your beans away from light moisture and heat. Compost. Use your grounds and filters. Compost your used grounds and filters. And then ingredients: organic Arabica coffee, distributed by, now here's the thing that changed a few years back, Stonewall Kitchen in Middlebury, Vermont. So Vermont Coffee Company, I forget the guy's name. I met him when I was starting off my coffee company, my own coffee shop. Really nice guy. Gave me a bunch of pointers to a guy who, although I had owned a couple of businesses, had never run a coffee shop before, and gave me a few really simple pointers, things that everyone really should know to get started. Sold out a few years back to Stonewall Kitchen. I haven't really seen much of a change other than some of the names. They've changed the names of some of their roasts, which makes them just a little more clear, right? Instead of there was the full city roast and tres mariposas and stuff like that, and I think they've simplified their lines a little bit. Now that I've mentioned that, I want to go online and check right now because I'm really curious. VermontCoffeeCompany.com redirects to StonewallKitchen.com. No, I don't want a 15% off right now. Coffees, products, coffees and teas. And there's a lot of Stonewall Kitchen coffees and tea. That's interesting. Our products, Stonewall Kitchen. Well, what about our products, Vermont Coffee Company? Here we go. That's a separate line item on their website. My bad. Can you tell I didn't rehearse this? Yeah, so now they have dark, extra dark, which I believe used to be their Italian Rustica brand, which was my favorite. I will review that separately because that's one that I maybe like even better than this one. One thing I will say, shout out to them. So on their website, the coffee, it's $19.95, but it is for a full pound, 16 ounces. They're not doing this little 10 ounce, 12 ounce baloney that a lot of places are, right? No shrinkflation here. And I really appreciate that. So just for kicks, if I was to add this to my cart, I wonder what sort of shipping I'm paying. It's probably easier for me to just pick it up in a store up there And I find it around here in Massachusetts too, but especially when I go to Vermont, I can just pick up a bag, right? Okay, so if you subscribe and save with them, you save 10%. And unlike another company I was talking about on the podcast yesterday, if you subscribe with them, they give you free shipping, which I think is better because here, shipping cost $15. And I know it's not the same, yada yada, but really, when you're buying a $19.95 product and shipping costs $15, that hurts, right? So you really have to, you have to stock up, right? It doesn't make sense to just buy a single bag of these things, or maybe buy one of their 5-pound bags, something like that on their website. Anyway, as is evidenced by the fact that I have been drinking this coffee on and off, not continuously, since 2009. I have to say, I still highly recommend it. It's very tasty. It's very drinkable. So, cheers.